obviously not John Smith, but like just like a regular
John
like
Cena.
run of the mill name that you would see on a regular basis. Like you can't like you know the guy who plays he plays the Joker in the Gotham TV show.
Oh,
Cameron
Monaghan?
Yeah, I can't pronounce that last name for some
Monahan?
reason. I look at it and I'm like, that's
Monahan.
not how you spell Monahan.
You can say Moynihan too, but it's Monahan.
Yeah, but that doesn't look. Does whatever. I'm just terrible at pronouncing names. So, about the fight, I don't even know what like round or how much time was left.
I think it was in the third round.
I want to say it was the third round too.
It was the third or fourth, but
it was 3 minutes 3 seconds into the fourth round by submission, which I don't know how Conor McGregor didn't get out of. He really
because he got rocked.
He did. And he's also this is his first UFC or MMA fight in almost 2 years, if not over 2 years. The only other fight he's had in the last 2 years is the boxing fight against Floyd Mayweather, which was actually a really good fight.
Yeah, he definitely put up some good strikes, but he is a striker. His ground game is notoriously horrible.
Yeah. He usually I'm used to seeing him go and knocking somebody out in like a minute, and
and
like not even touching the ground.
He looked super prepared for boxing as well.
Yeah,
like it
definitely.
didn't look like he had a struggle there, and like I was expecting him to like get hit harder a couple of times.
Yeah,
a couple more times.
But the real story is not even the fight, which was surprising as hell. Kind of to me, I thought it would at least go the full 5 rounds before, and then there would be just an official decision. I didn't think it was going to be win by submission or anything. But as soon as the fight was over, Khabib goes and jumps out of the octagon and judo kicks into the crowd. Just like, have you guys seen the video?
Yeah.
Have you seen the video?
Haven't.
Okay,
it's awesome.
Ken, can you pull it up and show her real quick?
Yeah,
because it is like it's one of the
It's like
craziest.
WWE, but real.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, there's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, that's kind of like a detriment to the UFC. Like, it's a knock on." I'm like, that is like,
it's awesome. And like,
there are so many people that probably saw the at least the results of the aftermath of the final fight of the night that ended up being one of the biggest pay-per-view UFC events of all time, and like they wouldn't have seen that otherwise. They would not have seen that.
The best part was Drake's face because Drake was
there were so many people. Like I'm pretty sure
Drake
like
was
Robert
trying to
Kraft
run
was
away.
like not that far away from it either. Like there was a lot of celebrities that were very close to that. Like I'm pretty sure Paul Pierce was on the other side. He actually almost got kicked out. They didn't believe he had a ticket at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But he
I'm
forgot.
Paul Pierce.
He like forgot his ticket at his seat or something like that, and he was trying to go back down, and like the security guards didn't believe him. But by the time he got to his seat,
What was the point of that?
I don't know. That's what's crazy.
Apparently, he was going after the McGregor. He was going after the coach. He was going after McGregor's coach.
like backstory
Yes.
was like, what was that, like 2-3 months ago?
Wait, is that another fight happening?
I think.
Yeah, then they're fighting in the octagon.
Was it a Khabib fight 2 or 3 months ago, or was it one of his teammates when that whole thing happened at
with the bus?
Yeah, the bus at the Barclays Center.
I think that was a Habib fight.
Either way,
I'm pretty sure
it was either Khabib or one of his teammates, and it wasn't even a Conor McGregor fight. It was just one of his teammates, and like the two entourages just like attacked each other.
Yeah. Oh, that was at New York, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was at the that was at Barclays Center.
Yeah.
What?
Didn't he like cut someone's cornea?
Yeah, because like somebody threw like a hand truck and it hit the window of the bus.
Connor threw the hand truck.
Yeah, Connor threw the hand truck.
Allegedly,
he definitely
threw it.
He was proud of it.
There are multiple video camera angles of him throwing that, but. So that was definitely one of the most interesting endings to a fight. And then on top of that, after the judo kick into the crowd by Khabib, one of Khabib's teammates and then like a couple other people jump into the ring and attack Conor McGregor after the fight's over. So he's like defending himself in the ring with like 10 other people in the ring that didn't even realize it was happening at the time.
Which is whack. Like, he already got his face punched in and then like choked out.
Like, and you see him go right into his stance too. As soon as he gets hit from behind one time, he turns around and goes right into his stance, ready to knock somebody out.
Yeah.
Well, apparently,
surprisingly, he didn't.
What I understand is that he's being fined a hefty amount, and I heard Dana White might.
Who, Khabib? No. He's already. I don't think Dana White. That was a rumor that he was going to take his title. He's not taking the title. He's not losing the. I forget which, the lightweight. The belt, but
you know what? The whole funny thing about this is, it's now fueling speculation. I don't know if there is anything behind this. That I don't think he will. That McGregor will take the Ronda Rousey route and head over.
No,
to
he
WWE,
wants a
but I don't think he's
rematch.
going to.
He wants a rematch as soon as possible.
That's going to make a lot of
Which
money,
at this
too.
point, it's not going to be before UFC 233, which we were at 229. So
Isn't he
it's going to be
fighting,
at least 3 or 4 months before they
Mayweather soon too? They're doing the rematch.
They've talked about that, but
No,
I
I
don't
think
know if they
Mayweather
actually-
has a
I don't
fight
think Mayweather
coming
actually
up.
wants to.
Does he?
He's doing.
No, they've signed. They're agreeing to it. They've already agreed
Have
to
they?
it. Yeah.
Whatchamacallit?
be
Mayweather
cool.
is fighting Pacquiao again
Oh, is he?
next year. I
Oh, that's
believe.
right. That's right. That was
I mean, that might be.
I don't think they
world's
announced-
most boring fight
Oh my
of
God.
all time.
What a
It was a,
ripoff.
it was
I
a
fell
hug
asleep.
fest.
That was such an expensive pay per
I
view
fell
too.
asleep. I
Hang on, wait,
so
wait,
that
wait.
night,
We're gonna reenact it right over here. Come here, Casey. Give me a hug.
Yeah, it was just
So-
like
Reenacted it right over here.
Pacquiao throwing flurries every like 30
Yeah.
seconds.
yeah,
that-
that was
then
that was,
that was
awful.
it.
So that night was it was 2015. It was Spurs Clippers first round game 7 at the same time that like the other
The hug
fights
fest?
are going on. Like it was like probably led right up to
The main
the main event of that night.
Yeah.
And me and my friend are watching it at his house in another room. Or we're actually on his back porch. He had a TV on his back porch, and we're watching it while everyone else is inside watching the other fights. And people just kept coming out and yelling at us to come inside. And we're like, this game, like if anybody remembers that game,
I do not.
it was like one of the most exciting like first round basketball games. It was also like the Clippers and the Spurs, and like somehow the Clippers won. I think Chris Paul put a weird layup over Manu
Was
Ginobili
that
or
like
something
the
like that.
peak of Lob City?
Yes, yeah, that's like the farthest they went because they didn't get out of the second round because
Yeah.
they never did. But that was much more exciting than the Mayweather Pacquiao fight. But other UFC stuff on at the same UFC fight a few fights before, we had the fighter that's going to be one of the main on the main card on the next UFC. Derek Lewis was probably would have had the moment of the night had
Yeah.
the craziness not happened at the end.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was an insane fight.
As soon as it was a good fight, of course.
Yeah.
But then and I think he won. Let me see.
He won with 23 seconds left. He just threw a haymaker and knocked that Russian dude down. I forget his
Alexander Volkov is who
name.
he
Yeah,
beat.
I was just calling him Ivan Drago the whole time.
Close enough. Yeah, he won with 11 seconds left. TKO. And as soon as he's done, he takes his pants off.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan goes up to him.
Wait, what was this?
As soon as he's done, he takes.
He had his,
he
like,
still had his
the
underwear
compression
on or
shorts
his
on,
compression.
yeah.
Exactly, he had his compression shorts on, but he takes like his outer pants off. And Joe Rogan goes up to him and he goes, how's it going, Derek? Like, why did you take your pants off? And he just goes, my balls was hot.
Oh my God.
Like that would have totally been the moment of the night. He got overshadowed because Habib decided to judo kick into the crowd. No, I mean that would have been obviously the main fight of the night. But
Yeah, but that the Derek Lewis fight was the most exciting fight of the night, hands down. That one was great.
so he is fighting Daniel Cormier at UFC 230 next month, I believe. I think it's next month. And then I mean, there's another fight. There's the month after that at 231. Max Holloway versus Brian Ortega. This should be good. Ortega is undefeated at the moment. But my favorite news, because he was my favorite fighter until he decided to go the Josh Gordon route, is John Bones Jones has been booked against Alexander
fucking
Gustafsson.
way. I didn't know that he was.
That
gonna
just
be able to
literally
come
just
back.
happened like right before I came over here like 2 hours ago or
Wow.
whatever it was. So that's UFC 232, I think, in January or December. So
Yeah, we'll see.
that should be exciting.
We'll
I
see if
definitely
he can
will
stop doing cocaine.
Yeah,
long
right. Yeah,
enough to-
it might not happen. It probably like literally hours before they could be like, he's failed every drug test
Yeah,
every day for the
We're-
last 2 years.
Oh my god, if they got to pull him off the card, like,
He's such a good fighter too, which
I know.
is it's like the same thing as Josh Gordon. He just can't keep himself clean and like when I think it was this last fight he was supposed to fight Daniel Cormier and like or did they actually fight eventually?
I don't remember what his last fight was. That was definitely, a
Look it up
good
real
while
quick.
ago.
Yeah, I just remember one time like within the last year or so he was supposed to fight Daniel Cormier, and I think it would have been the third time. Second, it was definitely at least a rematch, and like literally hours before Dana White goes up to Daniel Cormier and is like, "This fight's not happening. He has been banned due to cocaine use."
Is that wiki picture him in court?
I think it is. I'm pretty sure.
That
Oh.
face looks like a face you would make if you were like facing a judge.
Yeah. Let's see his decisions.
While we're on
There
the
we go.
UFC topic, anybody ever been to Rivoli's up in Hell? He's like always
No contest against
No.
Daniel
He's been having like
Cormier because it
UFC
was
guys up
overturned.
there all the time. He had
Yeah?
Brian Ortega was up there a couple weeks ago. He had he was in a fight with one of the. He wasn't in a physical fight, but I forgot who he was. He got into like a business rivalry with, like, because he was bringing a UFC guy. I can't remember who it was. And like the guy was supposed to go to Rivoli's at one point, and he just kept screwing him over. So eventually it spoiled over to social media. I can't remember who it was though, but it was a UFC fighter. But yeah, Ortega was there a couple weeks ago.
Okay,
cool.
so I'm pretty sure that fight actually did happen. It was a little over a year ago. They fought Cormier and Jones, and then he tested positive for turinabol or something. It's like a steroid or something like that. And so they stripped him the title and stuff. But I think before that they were supposed to fight like 2 years ago, and that didn't happen. But some more sports news. We'll go on to a little bit of football. The Browns have won 2 games for like the first time in my life.
Oh, they won another one?
Yeah, they did. They won.
I actually missed most of Sunday's.
I did miss the most of the game. There was a lot of good stuff that happened. They beat the Ravens, which is kind of surprising because the Ravens are actually pretty solid.
I'm a
this
Giants
year.
fan. I gave up on my team, so I'm just out for the season.
Longest pass play of the year. Odell Beckham Jr. up to this point.
Yeah, that's insane.
My high school team screwed. My NFL team screwed. My college team.
I love that Odell Beckham threw a touchdown pass before he caught a touchdown pass this year.
Oof.
That's fantastic.
Ouch.
But yeah, the Browns won on a walk-off field goal that almost got blocked, and there was 6 seconds left in overtime. So if they had missed that field goal, that's probably another tie. That would have been insane if the one team tied twice this year.
They're not bad this year. I mean, they're just
they're solid. Baker Mayfield's pretty good.
They lost that one game because the refs were fucking idiots. And I mean, it's
which one was that?
What was the one where they said they were short of the first down, but they had the first down?
The Browns?
Yeah. Do you remember that? It was a few games. It was.
I'm not sure. They lost to. Well, they tied the Steelers, and then they lost to the Saints.
Weren't they playing the Saints that game?
Was it that game?
Was it the Saints?
It might have been that. And then they lost to the Raiders. That's the 2 losses.
Yeah.
That's John's favorite team.
Hey.
Which team?
Raiders.
Why?
Yeah, he's like they sulk.
The Oakland Raiders.
Well, no,
or
not
Vegas
why. It's
Raiders?
because
they're currently still the Oakland
Are they
Raiders.
still Oakland? When do they go?
because they aren't anywhere near us. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, high school East Raiders, but not. I mean, they play about the same level.
I mean, I'm a Saints fan, but
I would say would you say so? Oakland Raiders play about as good as the high school East Raiders, the high school team, right?
Yeah, a little bit better. Derek Carr is pretty good, but the rest of that team sucks. And then you have John Gruden, who
Jordy Nelson
is like a little confused. Yeah,
fantasy sleeper.
John Gruden's a little confused about why they can't get a pass rush because they traded Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
But
he keeps making tweets and random comments.
I know it's so funny.
Flowers
it's
is out at the
hilarious.
Giants.
It's insane.
Waivers.
Like every single week we're past week 5 now, getting to week 6. Every single week this year, Khalil Mack has outperformed the entire Raiders defense except for this past week, and the reason that is because the Bears had a bye week. So that's the only way they have been able to outperform
I
their
know.
former
I really don't
all-pro
get
pass rusher.
what the thought process behind trading him away was. What
I
did
don't
they
know.
even get for him?
I legitimately think that Andy's calling me right now. I legitimately think that
Answer it.
they just didn't have the money to pay him.
Do not ignore.
All right, you guys keep talking about answer.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rivoli,
So football.
Who's Dustin Poirier?
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. He's a fighter.
He's going to be at UFC. He's going to be at
Pretty
Rivoli's.
cool. Yeah, I mean, he's a nameable fighter right now.
Yeah, he's going to be at Rivoli's on November 3rd. This guy is he gets a lot of people.
I'll go check.
Should we pause?
Sorry about the interruption. We had a person stuck in an elevator, apparently, but that wasn't actually there. So, all right, back to
probably a ghost.
yeah, probably
Spooky.
A ghost. Definitely a ghost. Considering we're in a haunted building, but
Fun fact: our building was in the Amityville horror movie.
Fun fact.
Hey.
all right, so back to some NFL stuff. So the Giants lost because Graham Gano nailed a 63-yard field goal, and I'm pretty sure that's 2 years in a row now that the Giants have lost in a last-second 60-plus yard field goal, because I'm pretty sure they were against the Eagles and Jake Elliott last year.
Believe you're correct.
So that was pretty crazy. Speaking of kicking, Mason Crosby missed 5 kicks and still somehow has a job.
My fantasy team knows exactly what you're talking about
That's
because I have him.
ridiculous. I don't know how the hell that guy has how he has a job. I mean, he's been a good kicker for them, but he missed 4 field goals. He 100% lost them the game.
I have to interrupt. I keep seeing a light over here, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I forgot you have the PlayStation on the TV.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 is just playing demo mode.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, man.
Damn
Pro
ghost
Skater 2,
stories.
sorry.
This is my first introduction to Guerrilla Radio.
Lights out.
Guerrilla Radio.
Turn that shit up.
We'll get into that later.
Turn up
All right, so
the
a
radio.
little more cool NFL news. I know Joe will like this one. Drew Brees is now the all-time leader in passing yards.
Boom.
Passing Peyton Manning this past Monday night with an absolute blowout of the Redskins.
It was embarrassing, honestly.
Bad job. But at the same time, it almost looked like the Redskins were giving it to him. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they were just that bad.
I mean,
that it looked
he
like
did
it.
pass it to like every single receiver on the team.
Yeah,
You
who
know-
caught that pass? By the way, that long touchdown that went for the record.
Oh, it's someone fucking random.
Yeah, I,
Whoever
don't even-
number
I think
10
it was
is,
like
I forget
their
his
fourth.
name.
Like Smith is his last name or something.
Because
like
they had
that,
Norman
but-
on Michael Thomas all night, and he was shutting him down pretty good, as according to my fantasy team, because he didn't have any fucking
Yeah,
touchdowns.
Can we talk about how between Taysom Hill and Mark Ingram,